heartbreaking article out from the New York Times on Chelsea Manning. They say Chelsea Manning tried to commit suicide again last month as she was starting a week of solitary confinement at the prison barracks at Fort Leavenworth, Kansas. Her punishment for a previous attempt to end her life in July. So she tried to kill herself. They said, oh, because you tried to kill yourself, we are now going to take a punitive action and put you in solitary confinement, which many experts have called torture. So you're taking somebody who's already struggling, you're going to put them in a situation where they're going to struggle more, and then what? Well, look, that's the deserved punishment. But what do you mean deserved punishment? It's not going to make anything better. It's going to make it worse. So you're just doing it for vengeance and revenge. You tried to kill yourself. We don't like that. Now we're going to punish you. They're trying to kill themselves. Obviously, they're punishing themselves enough, are they not? They don't want to live anymore. Could there be a worse punishment and psychological torture inside a human being's mind? They don't care. No, we don't care about the feelings of an enemy of the state. Now, what did Chelsea Manning do? Well, Chelsea Manning released the information of WikiLeaks, which found that our government in Iraq, with our money in our name, was massacring civilians. We saw the double taps happen. There's personality strikes when we know who we're killing with a drone. There's signature strikes where, we don't really know, but we're going to attack anyway. And then there's double taps. So we killed civilians, circled around. When the first responders got there, killed them too. The person in the first place wasn't a criminal, wasn't a terrorist. They were holding a camera. The idiots in the plane thought, I don't know, a gun, close enough, who cares? Blow them up, circle around, blow them up again when they knew it was the ambulance showing up. Chelsea Manning released the information on this. Hey, look at what's happening. Look at what's happening in our name with our money. This is terrible. Did you just expose secrets of the state that make us look bad? You're done. We're locking you up. That's it. That's it. Your intent. I don't care about your intent. Oh, it was pure? My ass. I don't give a fuck. We're locking you up. And then it's torture. Then, mix that with whatever issues she had going on in the first place. She tried to kill herself. And they say, great, let's punish you further. Now, it's not like nobody said, hey, it can get worse if you do this. Somebody did say that. In fact, let's take a look at that. It's a bad idea, man. And look, if something ends up happening again with Chelsea Manning where she tries to hurt herself, kill herself again, this is going to be a big part of it. Again, if somebody in a situation like this, they need more help, not less help, not a more punitive action. They need aid, they need comfort, they need therapy, they need drugs, they need, a way to try to attack this issue that they have. Instead, you're doing the opposite. You're putting it in reverse. You're going in the wrong direction, and you're making it much more likely that they have another episode and that, she may try to take her life again. I'm not the only one that said that. I'm not playing that for you to brag. I'm playing it to show you it was avoidable and people saw it coming. Because it's not that hard to piece together. You take somebody who's not really happy. Hey, we know they tried to fucking kill themselves. And you go, I'm going to fucking crush you and punish you further. When I just told you there's already psychological torture going on inside of her head. And you want to make that worse. What are you? What are you? You're acting like fucking terrorists. That's what this is. And by the way, it's even worse than I'm letting on right now. Because in the article in the New York Times, they lay out a story about how Chelsea was showing clear symptoms, clear signs of psychosis. She had a whole story about how, no, there were people who snuck in here, and I think they killed the guards, and then they pretended to be guards, and then they were talking to me and trying to get me to do bad stuff, and oh my God, and then this is bad, and then they cleaned up the mess they made, and it was bad. So she's telling this story, and the people are like, what is she talking about? Yeah, she's having fucking symptoms and signs of deep, deep mental issues. And what are you doing? Fucking throw her in a hole anyway, solitary confinement, which is only going to compound that, which is going to take somebody who, are you serious? Even somebody who's perfectly psychologically healthy going into a solitary confinement situation, they can go fucking crazy. We've covered the stories on air before. Somebody, normal person locked up, they threw him in solitary confinement, came out. When he finally got out of prison, he said, look, I was literally never the same. All of a sudden, I'm paranoid now, and I don't know why. I can't beat back these weird feelings. And this is what they're doing to somebody when they know going in. There's some issues here. Don't care. Don't care. We're punitive. That's what we do. We punish you. Even when you're punishing yourself enough because you fucking killed yourself, I don't care. We warned you this could happen, and it did happen. And the only conclusion is you don't give a flying fuck about actual rehabilitation, about being reasonable, sane people. You don't care about that at all. So when you act like the bigger criminals, it's okay when we do it. We're the state. It's still wrong when you do it. This doesn't pass a basic common sense test, a basic human sympathy, human decency test. You should all be ashamed. Free Chelsea Manning right now. Hey, Obama, I know you've been releasing nonviolent drug offenders recently, which is great, and I've defended you nonstop on that. The fuck are you waiting for? The fuck is wrong with you? You want to make your legacy good? You want to have the history books go, Obama, massively successful president. How about you do something actually really bold? How about you take somebody who we know released information that the American people should know because they expose our crimes, and then that starts a debate so we can change policy for the better? How about you take somebody who's an actual hero, just like Daniel fucking Ellsberg, who released the Pentagon Papers and showed that we were massacring civilians in Vietnam. Now we all look at that guy as a hero. How about you do that with today's heroes instead of fucking torturing them and sitting idly by while it happens as you pretend to be progressive? Do it now. Free Chelsea Manning. Enough. She needs help. Free her.